I had a vision one time, and I saw how people are enslaved. Demons moving around there, whispering. If you see the activity of demons, you will know what the Bible meant by restlessness. They are jumping all over people, whisper in the left ear, whisper in the right ear. They are just all over them. And they are receiving those impulses as thoughts. They didn't know that it was an attack. So every time you come and receive these messages, make sure you share them. Ephesians 3 verse 20. The Bible said God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all you what? Ask or think. So your thought is a gateway. One of the channels of releasing divine verities is your thought. If you study 2 Corinthians chapter 10 from verse 3 to verse 6, the Bible said, though we walk in the flesh, it said we do not war after the flesh. It said the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. They are mighty through God to the pulling down of what? Strongholds. Where are those strongholds? Where are those blockages? Casting down imaginations and every high standing thing or philosophy that exalts itself above the knowledge of God. So the place where you release spiritual possibilities in your thought. So the devil attacks you in your thought. When he brings those blockages to your thought, the power is there, but the power can't be released. So Paul said, the problem is not the power. In your wrestling, he said the problem is your inability to release through the gate of the thought. So when you cast down imagination and open that chamber, you can now release power to enjoy victory. So the thought is important. In fact, the Bible describes you after the order of your thought pattern. Your thought pattern is who you are. In Proverbs 23:7, it said, as a man thinketh. So if you think you will die, you will die. If you think you will fail, you will fail. There's nothing anybody can do about it. The most anointed man in the world will pour a drum of oil on you, you will still fail. They will lay hands on you, you will still fail. You will pray, you will still fail. You will serve, you will still fail. You will wonder why you are applying all the principles everybody who succeeded applied, yet your story is different. The problem is in the thought. Principle correct, action correct, thought wrong. And so it invalidates many things. You need to understand that your thought is a gateway. That's why the Bible said, guard your heart with all diligence. It said, out of it are the what? Issues of life. They are the gateways, the chambers of life. How much of life you can release is a function of the liberty you enjoy within the context of your thought pattern. Do you know that God destroyed the whole world? Not because of the actions of men, but because of their thoughts. In Genesis chapter 6 verse 5, it said the thoughts and the imaginations of man's heart has become evil continually. Therefore, I will no longer strive with men. So even God, a point comes when he becomes helpless about your life. He can't help you if the thought is wrong. He said because they choose not to retain God in their knowledge, he gave them to a reprobate mind. So God gives up on people whose thought cannot be refined. And so the first true intervention you will receive is actually mental transformation, so that your thought pattern can be liberated. And when your thought pattern is liberated, you can do anything. I don't believe in impossibilities. I don't believe in hindrances. I don't believe in failure. I don't believe in defeat. The reason we are doing some of the little things we are doing is because the mind has opened up to allow the flow of life. Don't let Satan attack you in the mind. I told you people my story. I had a vision one time and I saw how people are enslaved. Demons moving around there, whispering. If you see the activity of demons, you will know what the Bible meant by restlessness. They are jumping all over people, whisper in the left ear, whisper in the right ear. They are just all over them. And they are receiving those impulses as thoughts. They didn't know that it was an attack. And that's why they never excel in life. The thought is the first gateway for the release of spiritual possibilities.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.